Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys my Eldlich Dinomorphia deck profile for y'all today, 2025, and I'm really happy to say that this deck has some potential. There's some new Eldlich cards that have been coming out throughout the last few sets, and I feel like they are getting closer and closer to making this deck a lot better. I'm right now playing the Dinomorphia cards with the deck, just because it adds a little bit more stun now that skill drains back in one. And I felt like this is probably the best this deck is going to get for at least a little while. So let's talk about it. If you're familiar with my channel, you might be already knowing that Dinomorphia Eldlich is not new to me. One of my favorite decks of all time was Punk Dinomorphia Eldlich, which sounds like a weird concoction, and it was. But it was pretty good. The idea was that you do the full Punk combo and have a whole bunch of trap cards set. And this was before, of course, Gold Pride came out, and before Goblin Biker and Material Actors and all the things you're used to now on my channel. But for a long time, we were using the level 5s Eldlich traps to help you make Synchro 8s with the Punk tuners, and that was really cool. This is before Deer Note. This was like the first wave of Punk support, and I don't know, I had a great time playing Dinomorphia Punk Eldlich. I even beat Pack on stream. You can check out my playlist. You can see me versus Pack on stream. And I actually beat him with Dinomorphia Punk Eldlich, which was pretty awesome. But anyway, this is the new list. No punks. Just want to make it Dinomorphia and Eldlich focused. So let's just get straight into this. So first things first, we're playing 3 copies of the Golden Lord. He is the best card in the deck when it comes to the monsters. He is just a 3500 monster if you reborn him using his effect. He's also just removal. Pitching him and any trap card allows you just to remove a card on field, which feels really, really good. And he is the heart and soul of the deck. You need Eldlich on field in order for your traps to remove cards on field. However, Eldlich nowadays is just not strong enough to... All the good floodgates are banned, so we gotta come up with something creative. So we're playing 3 copies of Pharesia as our normal summon for the deck. Great card, basically allows you to set a Dinomorphia trap directly from deck. It is a great dinosaur monster and one of the best cards of the deck as well. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Extravagance. You do want to be careful with this card. You might banish copies of Rexstrom and things like that. However, I feel like the deck just needs the consistency boost of drawing 2, and this is the best card for that. Pot of Prosperity is at 1, and the other cards just aren't as good. So that's what my opinion is there. You could maybe switch this out for Duality, but personally, I think Stravage is better. We're still playing 3 copies of Fossil Dig to search out our Pharesia, and we're also, of course, playing 3 copies of Curse Eldland. Now, Curse Eldland is a great card. You pay 800 life points to add 1 Eldlich or Golden Land spell or trap from your deck to hand. And this card is sent to the spell or trap sent to grave. It also gets to send an Eldlich monster or Golden Land spell or trap from deck to grave as well. So it is just a great card there. And then the final spell we're playing is the 7 Cities of the Golden Land. It's your fusion spell. It's just a 1-up for the deck. It's just an easy way to make your Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord, who honestly is just a vanilla, but under skill drain, he's still pretty fun. Speaking of skill drain, he is a 1-up for the deck, so there you go. Might as well keep the 1-ups together. Skill drain negates all cards. I know we're already playing Dinomorphia, which is an archetype skill drain, but just in case they stop him, we still have OG skill drain as well. We're also playing a brand new card. This is Elixir of the Golden Lands, Glorious Golden Lands. This is a new trap monster. You can pay 800 life points, activate his effects. Spell summon this card as a normal monster. Zombie Light, level 10. 1500 attack, 2800 defense. And then you may return 1 monster on the field to hand, so it's compulse. And then it also has the ability to set one of your banished Golden Land or Elixir spell and traps from your banishment. Basically resetting your banished ones, which is really, really good. It's a solid 1-up for the deck. We're also playing, of course, 3 copies of Lovely, Lovely Conquistador. You can spell summon himself as a level 5 monster, normal monster, light zombie. 500 attack, 1800 defense, but if Golden Lord is on field, he is a pop, which feels really good for the deck. We're also playing 3 copies of Hakero, who is the opposite stats. He has 1800 attack and 500 defense. and no, 1500 defense. My bad. He's just way better. But he's also just a DD Crow for the deck. He doesn't negate anything, but he just banishes a card in grave, which does come up. And finally, we're also playing 3 copies of Sanguine, the Elixir. Great card for decks, but this one's a zombie from deck, which will always be our Golden Lord. Also, you can banish it to set one of these guys in the spell and trap zone. These guys can banish themselves to set one of these guys into the spell and trap zone, so do keep that in mind. We're also playing 3 copies of Torrential Tribute, because Torrential Tribute will nuke the field, and it feels really good. We're also playing 2 copies of our Destructive Daruma Cannon to help out Towers decks. They can be an issue sometimes. I'm going to unzoom this a little bit just so you can see the Daruma Cannons. We're also playing, of course, 3 copies of Frenzy to set off our Dinomorphia Pharesia. And then we're also playing 2 copies of Intact and 3 copies of Judgment. I just kind of want to stop monster effects in general. Intact we chose over called Strike, just because lovely Pharesia can set Intact. And so if you already have access to Frenzy, you can set Intact instead off your Pharesia, and then you'll have both Frenzy and Intact, which feels really good. And of course, Judgment's Judgment. So yeah, best card in the game. Let's get now into the extra deck. Alright, so for the extra deck, we're playing 2 copies of the Mag Golden Lord. We used to not even play this guy just because it was so hard to make him. However, because of the brand new Fallen Angel Golden Land, he's actually very easy to cheat out now. Basically, the Fallen Angel says, hey, you can summon this guy as a contact fusion using a Golden Lord on the field, or a light zombie monster, which is just easy as hell. And then, if this card ever leaves the field to graveyard, you spell summon a Eldlich monster from deck or extra deck or grave, which is just a really strong combination, allowing you to cheat out your Elixir of the Mad Golden Lord, or Eldlich, the Mad Golden Lord, which feels really good. We're also playing 2 Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia. This is just a send target off our lovely Kentagina. We're playing 3 copies of Kentagina, who can copy the lovely Dinomorphia traps, helping you fusion summon even more. And of course, we're playing 3 copies of Rexstrom, because Rexstrom's the heart and soul of the Dinomorphia package. This is our Floodgate, and one of the best cards in the game. We're also playing 1 copy of Constellar Pleiades, because 2 level 5s with your lovely trap monsters can make it, hypothetically. And we're also playing 1 copy of Lagia and 1 copy of Doka, because hypothetically you make those as well. You can also put IP Masterena and SP Little Knight into the deck as well. The extra deck doesn't really matter, besides the Dinomorphia cards, so do keep that in mind. Anyway, that's it for this deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. See you next one, and bye-bye.